Okay, I'm starting to realize maybe that was a bit of an overdramatic way to start the video, but don't worry, it's all worth it because I have huge news. Okay, here goes. I am making a TV series in Minecraft. Here's a list of things that it is not. It is not an SMP, it is not a roleplay, and it is not anything like Parkour Civilization. I know you're thinking it, so stop thinking it. Ever since I was in high school, it's been my main goal to make a Minecraft TV series. In fact, I actually tried it back in 2016 and then attempted to reboot it back in 2020. And over the past few years, I decided to not make it because honestly, it wasn't what was bringing the views in. But then I watched a video that brought me back to all of it. It rekindled my passion in making a TV series in Minecraft, and it is called Whitepine by Ivory Cello. Oh my gosh, the absolute insanity of this show just completely floored me. The fact that it's in a completely unique aspect ratio, the color grading, the shaders, dude, the drama, the acting, it was so good. And then I remembered my humble beginnings. I need to make a TV series. And honestly, I do not even care about what the views of it's gonna be. It just needs to be done. So I pulled up Minecraft and I started building. I opened up a desert super flat world. I started terraforming. I figured out how to use Axiom over the span of 2 weeks. And then I invited some of my friends to help me build what is eventually gonna be the set of Despotism. What you're hearing right now is the Despotism main theme, created by yours truly. It's a leitmotif that'll be adapted to many different tracks. In fact, from this point on, every single song you hear will have been created by me from scratch. And there's a SoundCloud link in the description if you want to hear the unfinished soundtrack to the show. But nonetheless, I started working on what was going to be the Crystal State Slums. It's currently in an unfinished state, but this is going to be where the main character lives, and where a lot of things in the series are going to happen. It was gravely important for me to make this completely from scratch in order to get the right tone for the series. And honestly, I'm super happy with how it's progressing so far. It's a mix between a kind of Western steampunk town, as well as incorporating some cyberpunk dystopian features. This entire thing, once it's done, is going to be a jam-packed, population-dense little town with a ton of interesting characters. The centerpiece of the town square is called the Astronomer. It's a statue that commemorates the first time a human ever stepped foot on another planet, which helps set the tone for the sci-fi atmosphere of this entire series. But that isn't all we did. With my friends Sarisune, Willin, and Spizzy, we worked on crafting the Crystal State Slums from the ground up. And honestly, I could not be more proud of the progress we've made here. Utilizing Hysteria shaders, we were able to create an interesting tone for the nighttime scenes in this show. I retextured glowstone to be this extremely bright neon texture that we can use for windows and various pieces of technology throughout the map. Utilizing the Ad Astra mod, we were able to create some very interesting details on a lot of these buildings, including cables, pipes, solar panels, little things that you wouldn't see in a normal steampunk town, but you would see in the desolate slums of a massive cyberpunk city. There are markets, little places to sit, and everyone's house has a certain rustic charm to it. And this is the house of the main character, the Scrapper. The interior of this is still work in progress, but the outside shows a bunch of her charms, including little pieces of technology, a wrench, and a few details that make it completely unique from every other building in the city. There are some other details about the Crystal State Slums, but for now I'm gonna have to leave that for you to see in episode 1, which is coming in 2025. But before you go, I have one last thing to show you. We're working on the Crystal State itself. There are a few buildings right now. We haven't actually made the roads or the topography for the city, but we do have some incredible shots of these buildings at night, including completely custom-made vents and utilizing Hysteria's volumetric lighting to create these insanely massive glowing LED signs. The aesthetic for this show has so many different inspirations, but there's one I have to shout out now because it is so underrated and it pretty much laid the groundwork for this entire project. So thank you, Ian Hubert / Karma Pirates, for creating Dynamo. It has changed my life. Thank you so much for making it. And today, that is pretty much all I have to share for Despotism. If you want to support this, please check out the Ko-Fi link in the description. It would be amazing.